So next is organic solvent acetone denatures protein by. So acetone is the organic solvent. It denatures the protein by disrupting the hydrophobic core. We all know that in the integral membrane protein, hydrophobic amino acids are buried inside and hydrophilic are generally exposed to outside, because inside this there lipid molecules, and this is hydrophilic and hydrophobic amphipathic nature of lipid. These hydrophobic tail contact with hydrophobic tail, some hydrophobic amino acids are buried inside and hydrophilic amino acids are exposed to the outside. So this acetone denature by disrupting hydrophobic core. This is the correct answer. Next, another options are altering the net charge of protein. Net charge is not altered, it is related with pH. And third one is breaking covalent bond. Covalent bonds are like peptide bonds are break by beta mercaptoethanol, not by acetone. And disrupting inherent symmetry. Inherent symmetry means it's disrupting the 3D structure, which is disrupted by another covalent bond breaking solvents, not from the acetone. So this option number first is the correct answer. Next is Levinthal paradox is related to. Levinthal paradox is related to the. This paradox is related to the protein folding. This paradox is proposed by Cyrus Levinthal in 1969, and this is related to the protein folding. This paradox suggests that protein folding not a random process, it is a specific pathway. So option number third is correct answer for this question. Next is, which one of the following does not assist protein folding? So we all know that GRO-EL and GRO-ES, these are the chaperone protein, chaperonin proteins. These assist the proper folding of protein. This is correct. And DNA J and DNA K, these are heat shock proteins. Heat shock protein 40 and heat shock 70 protein respectively. And these also assist the protein folding of. And protein disulfide isomerase, this also assists the proper folding of protein in the endoplasmic reticulum, specifically in secretory proteins. So this is also correct. Topoisomerase related to the DNA, not for protein. It breaks the hydrogen bond and release the supercoiling in DNA. So option number 4 is the correct answer for this question. Next is collagen is a source of. So collagen is a protein which is found in connective tissues like skin, bones and cartilage. This protein, after hydrolysis of this protein, we obtain the gelatin. Gelatin is a monomer like form of the collagen. So option number first is correct answer. Agar is obtained from seaweeds and not a animal protein. This is a polysaccharide. Glucosamine is also a amino sugar. It also involved in formation of cartilage. Carbohydrate is a totally different thing because collagen is a protein. So option number first is correct answer. Next is the amino acid glycine is always present in. So here ask always present in. So glycine is the smallest amino acid and always present in the type 2 beta turn. Due to its small structure, it avoid the steric hindrance or steric clashes. Type second beta turn favor the glycine in its structure. Type first beta turn, it generally accommodate the bulkier side chain amino acids and any amino acid, not necessarily glycine. So this is wrong. Alpha helix, glycine is a helix breaker, not favor the helical structure. So this is glycine is helix breaker. Proline and glycine both are helix breaker due to its small structure. And random coil may be favor the glycine but not necessarily always present in the random coil. So option number second is the correct answer. Next is, in alpha helices, hydrogen bonds are formed in the polypeptide backbone between the CO group of the first amino acid and the. So this asked about alpha helix hydrogen bonding. We all know that in alpha helix I plus 4 hydrogen bondings are present. In I position there carbonyl oxygen, and in the fourth position there is amide hydrogen. So amino group of fourth amino acid. So this is correct. Next is, in nature 20 different amino acid can be coded by 4 different nucleotides. We all know that A, T, G, C, these 4 nucleotides are coded 20 different amino acid. Suppose the number of available nucleotide increases 6. For the genetic code to be made up of codon having equal number of nucleotides, what would be the minimum number of nucleotides required for each codon? So calculating this, we have 6 codon and minimum number of nucleotides required for coding each codon. In generally we have 20 different type of amino acids and we have some n number of nucleotide to coding these 20 amino acids. So this number is should be greater than 20. So if 6 is to the power 1, it equals to 6 is the less than 20. So if 6 to the power 2, it is 36, it is greater than 20. So it requires only 2 nucleotides for coding all 20 amino acids. So this is option number 3 is correct. Next is, how many unique 15 mer peptides are possible using 20 natural amino acids? For calculating this 20 natural amino acids and unique 15 mers means it is written as 20 to the power 15. So we can find the unique possible 15 mer peptides using 20 natural amino acids. So option number 4 is the correct answer. Next is, list first is matched with list second. Sulfur containing amino acid, we all know that 2 amino acids have sulfur in their side chain. One is methionine and another is cysteine. So A must be second. Here A must be second. So एक ऑप्शन अगर हमें पता हो तो यहाँ पे इसका आंसर निकल जाता है. इसके अलावा ऑप्टिकली इनएक्टिव अमाइनो एसिड, ग्लाइसिन इज ऑप्टिकली इनएक्टिव बिकॉज इट हैज ए किरेल कार्बन. एसिडिक अमाइनो एसिड विच इज एस्पार्टिक एसिड, एसिड नेम से पता चल रहा है. बेसिक अमाइनो एसिड इज लाइसिन. सो सिंपलेस्ट क्वेश्चन. हियर वी ऑल्सो मैच द लिस्ट 1 with list second. pH of a solution. So for calculating pH of a solution we use Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. A must be second. Here also A must be second. Base composition of DNA. So for calculating base composition of DNA, we use Chargaff's principle. So B must be fourth. Molar absorption coefficient is calculated by Lambert-Beer law. And dideoxy sequencing is also known as Sanger sequencing, which is given by Frederick Sanger. Option number 3 is correct answer for this question. Next is, while running in the 200-meter race in national games, the required ATP generation in the athlete is primarily facilitated by. So for energy generation or ATP generation, we have some energy rich molecules like creatine phosphate in the muscles. So this is the correct answer. Hydrolysis of stored ATP. ATP does not stored in any form, and contraction of actin and myosin protein. These are proteins involved in muscles movement and not for the protein generation. And ketone bodies are formed in the starvation condition and during fasting condition, not for ATP generation. So creatine phosphate is energy rich molecule used found in the muscles, used for energy generation. So option number 3 is correct answer. Next question is, the rate constant for a first order reaction has the units. So rate of the reaction, rate of any chemical reaction is equals to reaction constant, and A is the concentration. So for calculating the rate constant, K is equals to rate upon A, and the unit for rate is mole per liter per second, and for concentration mole per liter. So this is cancel out. So for rate constant of first order reaction is per second. So option number 1 is the correct answer. Next question is, how many grams of NaOH, sodium hydroxide, is required to make 100 ml of 0.2 molar solution of NaOH? So for calculating this, how many grams? Grams means here we have to calculate the mass in gram is equals to molarity, which is mole per liter into volume in liter into molar mass in gram per mole. This type of question we have to know, we should know about molecular mass of particular substance. So for molecular mass of sodium hydroxide, that is for sodium it is 23, for oxygen it is 16, and for hydrogen it is 1. So adding all these, 40 gram per mole, and molarity of solution is 0.2 molar. So 0.2 into volume is 100 ml. So in liter it is 100 ml. In liter it is 0.1 liter. And molar mass of sodium hydroxide is 40 gram per mole. So if multiply all these, we found the 0.8 0.8 gram. 0.8 gram are required for sodium hydroxide to making this much solution. So option number fourth is the correct answer. Next is list 1 should match with the list second. Sucrose, maltose, fructose and lactose. These are the some sugars and disaccharides and some monosaccharides. We found that fructose is the monosaccharide, so C must be first. So here C is only in the fourth option, so this is our correct answer. Sucrose, we all know, the disaccharide of glucose and fructose. This is non-reducing sugar, and maltose is glucose plus glucose and lactose is glucose plus galactose. So option number 4 is the correct answer. Next is how much calcium chloride is required to make 40 ml of 0.2 molar solution. Assume molecular weight of calcium chloride is 219. So here molecular weight is also given. So same formula apply for this question also. Mass in gram is equals to molarity, which is mole per liter, into volume in liter and molecular mass in gram per mole. So molecular weight is also given. Here molarity is 0.02 into volume is 40 ml. If we convert it into the liter, it is 0.04 liter. So it is 0.04 liter into 219 is the molecular mass. So if we calculating this, it is around 0.1752 gram, because mass is calculated in the gram. So 0.1752 gram. This is correct. Next question is Michaelis constant, that is Km, characterizes the affinity of an enzyme to its substrate. This is correct because Michaelis constant is Km. It's showing the concentration of substrate at the rate of reaction is half at the maximum velocity. Rate of reaction is the half of the maximum velocity, Vmax by 2, and affinity of its enzyme is showing by the, so if Km is low, then affinity for enzyme is high, and Km is high, the affinity will low. So Michaelis constant characterize the affinity of enzyme to its substrate. This statement is correct. Next is higher the value of Michaelis constant, stronger is the binding of the enzyme to the substrate. This is wrong because Km is inversely proportional to the affinity. Affinity of a substrate. So if Km value is increased, affinity is lower. So this option is incorrect. So statement first is correct and statement second is the incorrect. So third option is the answer for this question. Next question is, for an enzyme following Michaelis-Menten kinetics, the catalytic efficiency of enzyme is measured by. So catalytic efficiency is measured by Kcat by Km. Kcat is the turnover number. And Km is the Michaelis-Menten constant. It is the Michaelis maintain constant. Km shows the substrate concentration at the rate of reaction is half of the maximum velocity, half of the Vmax, and turnover number shows the number of substrate molecules converted to the product per enzyme molecules per second when the enzyme is fully saturated with substrate. So first option is correct for this question. So this is all about बायोकेमिस्ट्री क्वेश्चंस. बायोकेमिस्ट्री के काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस थे इसमें. मॉलिक्यूलर बायोलॉजी एंड सेल बायोलॉजी के 10 क्वेश्चंस थे 2024 के पेपर में, लेकिन इसमें बायोकेमिस्ट्री के काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं. तो आपको एक आइडिया हो गया होगा कि बायोकेमिस्ट्री पे ज़्यादा फोकस करना है और किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं. सो अगर ये वीडियो सीरीज आपको पसंद आ रही है तो लाइक ज़रूर करें और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी शेयर करें. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में एक नए सब्जेक्ट, नए कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ. टिल देन टेक केयर, बाय बाय.